Now, every year or so, you get a reassessment letter in the mail. Now, some see it and only get a small increase. Others open it, read it, and find that their home's value and taxes have jumped overnight. Now, some fight the new number. Others just stay silent. I'm Mike, the property tax guy. I'm a realtor and appraiser, and I also work for the assessor's office. These are their stories.
He wanted land, I wanted a porch, so here we are.
This is Selena Contreras' dream home. She shares it with her husband and dogs.
It's like you're in the country, but you're not.
Nestled on 7 acres, affordable acreage too, Selena's home value's been around $200,000 for the past several years.
If I would have known I was a millionaire, I'd retire.
Contreras never received this year's tax assessment in the mail, but when a neighbor suggested she look online, oh boy.
It went from $200,000 to $2.1 million.
Here it is, a 950% increase.
Now, when something like that happens, there is something seriously wrong with that assessor's office. Now, I'm not here to accuse anybody, but I'm here to accuse somebody. When that happens, you have to really look at your assessor's office, go down to your local assessor's office, talk to their city assessor, go to the city council. Look, I'm finding a way to talk to the mayor. I'm talking to somebody. Somebody got to tell me what's going. Somebody got to tell me what's going on right here. When something like that happens, a 950% increase, $200,000 to $2 million. Look, somebody got an answer for that. Because you're gonna be paying this bill. I'm not gonna be paying this bill.
How much would our taxes be for a $2.1 million assessment?
I think he said they'd be about $40,000.
About $40,000 a year.
It's a tax bill that could have
$40,000 a year. That is crazy. 40. You guys gotta forgive me. You gotta forgive me. I'm old school. I'm going to divide this $40,000 into 12. I know some people probably get it before me. $40,000 divided by 12. That's $3,300, roughly $3,300. That's in taxes alone. So if you wanted to do put the insurance in there, you want to multiply that by 2. If she had insurance, if she had that $2 million house, realistically, add that by 2. Multiply that by 2, $6,600. Roughly. Then you want to add in the mortgage. The mortgage probably going to be, I'm going to say, $2,500. I mean, you're gonna be paying somewhere between I would say somewhere between $9,000 to $15,000 a month on a mortgage if your house is really worth $2.1 million. Now it could be off. These numbers are only a estimate, but I know I'm not off on them property taxes. I'm very well on those. But it's very unfortunate. Let's continue. I'm sorry for keeping interrupting.
Automatically come out of Contreras' escrow account, according to 25-year veteran appraiser Chris Wolfenbarger. We called him to look into Contreras' assessment.
She wasn't notified ever by the county that her assessment had gone from $200,000 to $2 million. And because of that, you can't fight. You can't appeal. You don't know. If she didn't have a neighbor that was looking out for her, she'd be on the hook for it, and that's what makes me furious.
I see why you like it out here.
We don't know how many properties.
And I feel that appraiser. Like I said, I'm an appraiser. I also work for the assessor's office, so I understand both sides. And I can't understand nothing on the assessor's office side right now. That's crazy. You got to let people know stuff like that. You got to send letters out. First of all, it don't make sense. It seems like there's some type of computer error or whatever. But you got to send a letter out. Who don't send a letter out? You're supposed to send it. That's law. Anytime your assessment is changing, it's going up, or even if it's going down, because in some cases it does go down, you have to send out a letter called change of value. Seems like they didn't do it.
Tax assessments Jackson County got wrong, but everyone in this work.
See, that's a city council meeting. I want everybody to see that right now. That is a city council meeting. When your property taxes are going high, and even if your property taxes aren't high, and you want to get you feel like it's getting high, you want the tax rate to go down, whatever. That's what you do. You assemble like that, and you call upon the leaders in your council, your city council, your mayor. They bring that property tax down so you won't be paying that much in taxes. You don't have to pay that much in tax. You really don't. You don't. I want people to understand that. Even if your home's value go up, you do not have to pay that much in taxes. Go to that city council meeting, see what's going on, and advocate for that property tax to be brought down. And you elect these people, go vote. And vote people in office that's going to do it, and that's going to make financial sense for the city. That's important. I just wanted to pause that because I love that. That's a full city council right there. They are involved.
Shop is learning.
And you look, most people are older. That's the thing that's wrong, man. Us as young people, like, we got to get out there. Like, we got to stop all this crying and complaining and get out there and go. And we say things like, man, don't matter about that. Don't matter about the vote. It does. It does. I seen it happen. Like, I seen people vote and then things change. You got to vote. People just be letting anything happen and sticking to parties and stuff like that and sticking to political parties and stuff like that. Forget all of that. Go to the person that's going to give you the best bang for your buck. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
How to appeal their increase.
We're seeing 100, 200% increases across the board in the city.
Tyler Technologies is the company used by the county that generates the property values. An $18 million contract paid for by taxpayers like Contreras.
We, as taxpayers, are getting screwed.
Taxpayers who are now hiring people like Wolfenbarger for an appraisal in order to appeal.
I've got comparables that are on similar acreages with similar homes between 260 and 351.
The I-team learned Contreras' home was evaluated as commercial, driving up a false value that an algorithm spit out.
To go from 200,000 to 2 million is a computer error that is so egregious that a human oversight should have caught that.
Exactly. I figure it was a computer error, but you got to think about it. You need to be involved in your assessor's office and see what's going on at the tax office or whatever, because a lot of these places, a lot of these cities and counties, I'm not gonna say a lot, but it's a good amount. They outsource their assessments through a contractor, and the contractor don't even live in this. That's not even in the state. Sometimes they just putting things in the computer and just going through the system. That's why you need to be involved. You need to be involved. I can't stress this enough. You need to be involved. Stop going on and then giving all these story times and get involved. Stop crying and complaining. Get involved, people. Get involved. Get involved. You can make a difference. I know it's exhausting. I know it's tiring. I know a lot of people got families and responsibilities. They got things they got to get to. But this is affecting your pockets. I don't know about you. I don't know about anybody else. But you don't have to go in person. They got Zoom meetings you can check out online. Like, these things is affecting your pockets. I know if something's affecting my pockets, I'm gonna go want to know about it. I'm gonna see about it. But it's the thing about a lot of us, I think a lot of us just aren't educated on that. So I won't slam people's head for that, but we gotta wake up. The time is now. Time is now.
And didn't blatant incompetence, blatant absolute theft. Theft. Let's just call it what it is, theft. If you assess my house so poorly after you've been paid $18 million to do it right, and I got to pay Chris Wolfenbarger $500 to come out and prove you wrong, you stole $500 from me because you didn't do your job right.
Who's at fault here? Somebody put this number in. I don't know who, but whoever looked at it and passed it.
And that's the normal ongoing route for an appraisal, $500 to $600, and you got to pay that appraiser because he got to do the work. He got to do a lot of work to be able to figure out is what you do. You get a case, and if you do get a case, where's the value? And it's a lot of work to go into that, you know.
They need to be asked why and how.
Someone needs to be held accountable.
Somebody absolutely needs to be held accountable.
The county fixed the error and addressed the Contreras family home at $285,000. Neither Tyler Technology nor the county will admit who's responsible for the mistake. This mistake was obvious, so the county didn't make this family submit an appraisal. In less obvious cases, you will have to submit an appraisal, and it could cost you hundreds of dollars to fix the county's mistake.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Now, every locality, I'll say this. Every locality is different. Some don't let you appeal until the appeal period, you know, unless there's some type of damage going on with the property where they're astronomically off, you know, but it can't be something close to value, because what the assessor's office aims to do is put your home at what the fair market value is. Obviously, the home for her home wasn't a fair market value home, and they keyed it in wrong. So that's a blatant mistake on their part. But you need to be aware of these things. You need to know what's going on. Call your assessor's office, see what's be in the know, you know, educate yourself, get involved in that city council meeting, vote for your people that's in, vote for people that's going to reduce the budget, that's going to talk about property taxes, that want to run on lowering property taxes. Man, if you get somebody to run on lowering property taxes, that's going to be amazing. And it's somebody that wants to budget and balance the budget and reduce the waste and local government overspending and this, that, and the third, and build up the community at the same time. Like, That's a beautiful thing, and you need to be involved in that and get involved in that. You need to do that, and that's just what I say to that, and be careful going to localities that outsource their assessments to a different company, because a lot of times that company do not live in the area, so they don't know the actual values of the home, and most of the times they raise the values from a number that should not be there. But that's all I got for you guys today. My name is Mike, the property tax guy, MTG Real Estate Services. Have a blessed day.